Hello, everyone. We are on the air here with Dead Gentleman's DG Game Night. We have a smaller group this evening of players and myself and brainpower and creativity, so we'll see what happens.
We're more compact, more efficient.
That's right. We'll get so much done tonight. All right, so we have Andy Dobrowski is joining us. Andy Doe.
Hello.
And Andy, whoops, I am not letting this guide do things. Okay, so Andy, who are you playing this evening?
Tonight I am playing a new character. His name is Cletus Nimby. And he was, let me get I have a newer description here. So, raised by a pack of feral possums in the Ozarks, Cletus was bitten by a radioactive Nobel laureate, giving him above-average intelligence and instant tenure at Pacific Northwest University.
I love it. That's great. Well, that actually helps me decide where we're going to set this tonight. So
Awesome.
That just cemented that. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Chris Dupenthaler is with us.
I will be playing Vladimir. Vlad is your average American guy from North Dakota. Nothing strange here. Not a Ukrainian killer at all.
Very good. I'm sure our Ukrainian fans love that. Fantastic. Jimmy McMichael, you have a number of characters to choose from. Who are we throwing in tonight?
Ursula is back from vacation, so she's coming back, wielding the ancient and deadly sledge-o-matic.
Yes, the famed Hammer of Doom and comedy.
I love all of my stats to be Gallagher-based in general, so... Gallagher 2.
I think. And Sarah Moore, all the way from Chicagoland, joining us tonight.
Oh, hi. I'm playing Wen again tonight.
All right. And for those who might be joining us for the first time, who is Wen?
Wen is very good at thiefy stuff, but she's also a succubus. So.
She's a thiefy succubus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not an insult, by the way.
She'll steal your heart and probably your pants.
That's right. Very good. Okay. So tonight we are obviously missing a couple of usually recurring characters. Bullock, played by Ben Honeycutt, is not joining us this evening. And it looks like, for the high likelihood, Jimmy says, like, I'm out.
All right, well, dwindle.
Yeah. Didn't he say? I didn't expect that. All right. Sorry, Jimmy. I didn't mean to offend your sensibilities. So Brian Lewis is not joining us tonight either, and he plays Jack Bishop. Which is kind of interesting because Jack Bishop is your team chapter leader, and so we're essentially chapter leaderless this evening. So what I would like the four of you to do is, so first off, you have found yourself in Tacoma, Washington this evening, and yeah. The Tacoma aroma is...
it's mostly cleaned up, though, let's be honest.
Yeah. And I would like you to tell me a couple of things. One is, what has been going on? Why are you in Tacoma right now? And where's Jack? And where is Bullock?
Tacoma is obviously vacation land, so we are on vacation, and Jack does not enjoy place without beach.
Well, obviously, I'm in Tacoma because I come here every so often to get free donuts and coffee at Pacific Northwest University, where I have tenure. I don't teach. I just get donuts and coffee. So.
And
I
Bullock
am
actually has a restraining order that prevents him from coming within 500 feet of Tacoma.
Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
He didn't cause the great power outage of 1987, but he did exacerbate it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes. Well, you have all actually been. Your team has been invited to a holiday party, a Brotherhood holiday party in Tacoma, and hosting this year is Chapter Epsilon 1, your favorite one-eyed chapter. Actually, not your favorite, my favorite. Let's be honest. And so you've of course met the previous incarnation of Chapter Epsilon 1 with Captain Nick Hoffman and Frankie Sky, Rooster Cockburn, and who could forget Snape Lipskin.
I hate you so hard.
I know. It's worth it. I, in fact, am going to go ahead and share a team roster of Chapter Epsilon 1 so everybody can kind of get a sense of who we're dealing with here. And they have decided to host this event, and they've gathered a few of the chapters that are in the area and invited them to come to the Museum of Glass, where a new warehouse door is being installed, and you're playing Secret Santa. And so, let's see.
Love Secret Santas.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've been invited to play a possible rendition of Secret Santa where it is Secret Satan. And this is an ongoing tradition at the Brotherhood where you can do either Secret Santa or Secret Satan, and it just varies on the gift, or in some cases a practical joke of what you would like to do. So either you can be nice and give a gift of a certain amount, or you can harangue your object of randomness. And so let's see here. So we've got Queen. So as you are getting ready for the event, tell me what you're doing.
Well, I know that I am ironing my suit, which is composed primarily of tweed, but it also has tortoise leather patches. Well, this one's a snapping turtle, and the one over here, I think it might have been a tortoise. It was definitely green. So, while all the while prepping my pockets to stuff with all of the goodies at the party to take home to my possum kin, who very much enjoy canapes and a can of peas, and really anything served in a can or bin. They're big fans.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula's decorating her mallet with a festive bow and stocking her pockets with enough liquor to spike the hell out of that punch bowl.
Right on.
I think Gwen's just making herself smell real good.
Smell real good?
Mm-hmm.
Are you coaxing out the succubus pheromones?
Mm-hmm. Because depending on who my Secret Santa is, I'm I mean, either way, I'm going to get him real riled up. I'm either going to bring that to completion as Secret Santa, or definitely not as Secret Santa.
That seems fair.
Mhm.
Let's see here.
Since the holiday party was rudely scheduled in middle of vacation, I am by the pool at the hotel.
Are you
enough.
at least wearing like a Santa hat by the pool?
Yes.
Not up top,
Oh,
but he is wearing one.
that's good.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I'm just writing a few notes. Okay, because what I'm about to do is have you draw for your Secret Santa or Secret Satan.
Ah.
And let's see here. So let's see. That's yep. And okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. Oh, come on. Who am I missing?
Santa?
Probably Santa.
I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that is everybody on Sigma 7 plus a Cipher. Okay. We'll start with Wen. Roll me a d20.
Oh, all right. I rolled a 6.
6. All right. Your object of affection is Commander Frankie Sky.
Excellent.
She is Epsilon 1's pilot. She's a badass. And, you know, she swings kind of both ways.
Yeah, we are acquainted.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so I will go ahead and one of the things I'm going to set up here for you is that what's going to happen is we'll do the exchange here. We'll figure out who's got who, and as we move throughout the story tonight, you'll have an opportunity to go ahead and name what it is that you have done or brought up. So you can kind of think about that as we go along. And you know, it doesn't have to be anything big or whatever, but if the spur of the moment has hit you, you can do that. And it may or may not involve earning faith points. So we'll see. And now, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Somebody else will have drawn you as well from the. So it will be sort of both ways this evening. Let's see if I can.
Just the way I like it.
Yeah, let's see if I can hold this mission together enough to actually make good on that promise. So let's see what happens. All right, Chris, why don't you roll me a d20?
Sure. 15.
All right, 15. You got Silent Jim.
Does he even show up to these things? I mean, and talk about a bad conversationalist.
No kidding. All right. Andy?
Yes. 16.
Wolf.
He's going to like what I got him.
And then finally Ursula here.
2.
You got the Morpheus Cipher.
All right.
All right, and then let's go with. And right. Okay. All right. So you you know that the party starts at we'll say 9 p.m. and it is at the Tacoma Museum of Glass, as I had mentioned, where they're installing the new warehouse door. And I need to bring up the Q&A because I'm going to pause at this point to speak to the audience. All 3 viewers we have right now. Hello. I keep doing this because I'm not happy with my hairdo. I got this new haircut, and they left this part. It's bothering the crap out of me because I'm vain.
It's important that the audience know this.
It is.
Now back to the game.
Now back to the game. In fact, we lost a viewer because of that. All right. So, oh, they're back. All right. So those of you playing at home who are reviewing, there is a little Q&A function that you can see. If you're watching this on YouTube, there will be there's a bit of a delay, but there should be some more like little window there that says "Be a part of the conversation." You can click that. It will take you to the Hangout, and there is a Q&A function there where you can type in questions or suggestions. And one of the things that I'm going to throw out there for you is, you know, I would like you to supply me with who has the Secret Santa or Secret Satan, and please do tell me which one it is, for each of these 4 fine people with us this evening. So you have... if you are familiar with Chapter Epsilon 1, you can certainly draw from Brewster Cockburn or Snape Lipskin or whoever there. But also, Omega 15 is going to be there, so Gabriel, Silent Jim, and the rest, as well as Sigma 7. So that's our Arcadian group with Ned from accounting and that sort of thing. So they will be there as well. So,
Daydon, if the viewers wanted to read up about those characters, where would they do that?
Yeah, great. They would go to Demon Hunters. No, what is that? DemonHuntersCom. How about you actually load? Or if you have the beta book, they are in the beta.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Sorry for the
I didn't want you to say that. Obviously, anyway, yeah. So there is this book here, and it has those sample characters, I think, in there. And then on the demon-hunters.com, there is a downloads section, and there's pre-generated character sheets. You can check them out there as well. Anyway, but if you're true fans that's been following from the beginning, you would know who these people are. Not to put a measure of, you know, a-holeness on it.
But also, yeah.
But also this guy right here. You knew that. Okay, same characters that are in this book, too, by the way. Okay. So, And one of the other things that you can do as the audience member is throw out commands for some of the different ciphers that are there too. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 3 ciphers this evening. So,
Wow.
yeah. All right. So, how do you want to arrange arriving to the party this evening? And are you staying together?
Well, they called ahead. I was, since I was already at Pacific Northwest U, it was just a quick, more expensive than I would have liked bus trip to the Glass Museum. I mean, I get the educational discount and everything, but I mean, $1.50 is $1.50. So
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still an outrage.
I'm a little peeved.
Somebody give me a ride.
All right. All right. So we're just going to torture a toddler in the background. That's what we're doing.
Now, see, this is the kind of game I've been wanting to play. That's wonderful.
Woo. All right. So you all arrive to the party, and it is quite festive. In fact, it's chilly in the air, and the skies are kind of threatening to snow. And you've arrived at the beautiful Museum of Glass, and trying to have all these queued up and ready to go. So, things like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice little corridor with glass. And if you've never been there, it's a really extraordinary.
See, I only came because I thought they had some of that really good hot sauce Cholula, but it turns out it's this other guy.
Yeah.
And
Really, really strange. In fact, one of the things that you do notice upon arrival is, as they are checking you in, is Gabriel of Chapter Omega 15 is at the doorway checking everyone's passes.
Gabriel, it is very good to see you again. I did not think you would make it the last time.
Yeah, well, great. You've...
I just saw his lower third with Putin riding the bear. Oh, it makes me happy. Oh, jeez. Every time it pops up, it's great.
Do you have valet service for the bear?
Nice. He says, thanks. He checks your ID or whatever and gives you a stamp. He's like, where would you like it? And he stamps you right on the forehead.
Oh, I should have answered. Should not have waited for that.
So I already did like a couple grand worth of damage on my way across the bridge with my hammer. So if there's someone I talk to about that, or
I'm really glad you're with us at the Glass Museum. This is I'm excited to see where this goes.
Wait. Is this like a metaphor?
It's only a metaphor if he writes budget cuts across it.
Right. Gabriel says, look, enjoy the party, asshole.
Prestigious assignment, doorman. That's good. All right, have a good one. If you want something, Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, the snacks look very good. Hors d'oeuvre. Yes, you could bring the hors d'oeuvre plate this way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, you've got to come prepared. You line the inside of your pockets with plastic wrap, right? You take one with one hand, don't let them notice, and you sneak the other one with the other, and you just, for everyone you eat, one goes in the pocket.
You like it squishy?
Dumpsters. I was raised eating out of dumpsters. Possums.
Mm-hmm.
They scream while you eat. It's you don't really care about squishy.
And from across the room, you hear, corn dog! And let's see here.
I don't know what this means. Well, I mean, I know what the word means.
You're about to find out.
Oh boy.
Yep. I'm sure he's glad he missed this one.
Okay. Andy.
Yes.
You were startled by the word corn dog from across the room. I want you to roll take an approach discipline as how you would treat something that might be coming your direction.
All right. Well, I am going to quickly grab, or I'm sorry, I'm going to forcefully grab an hors d'oeuvre tray from the valet who is carrying it around, swing around to block whatever it is coming at me from the other direction.
Okay.
So
seems to me if you were raised by possums, you just play dead.
That's true.
You know what? I'm not Orthodox. Okay. I am Reformed possum. I just don't. You don't even know. You don't even know. You're not even part of this culture, man.
That's fair.
So my approach will be forceful, and my discipline will be combat and tactics. So that's 2d10s. 8, because why not?
Okay. So, from the other side, where you thought it might be coming from, a corn dog loaded with mustard splats you across the face, and hits you kind of right in the temple.
This is uncalled for as I pocket the corn dog.
And you hear a persnickety laughter from across the room as you notice a cowboy-looking weird fella march across the room and slap Vlad on the back, saying, "Glad you could make it." And see if I can pull him up here for the folks at home.
Okay, at this point I make sure that I have palmed a good deal of this mustard to make sure to give this guy a nice, firm handshake.
Yeah. And you see this feller here before you.
Well. Corn dog.
And he says, "Oh, where's the bullock tonight? I mistook your friend."
Easy mistake to make, but he is absent after the incident in New York with different corn dogs, same manner of throwing. He did not come.
Oh.
We're very sorry for your loss.
He's not dead. I think. I actually don't know for sure.
He says, "Oh, well," and he looks to looks to Cletus and says, "Well, sir, you certainly took that well, and I thank you for coming to this party."
I extend my mustard-filled hand and just slap it right on him there. Just yeah, good. It was a. We have a lot of folks like that in left Virginia. I won't call it West because that's. I'm sorry. Cardinal directions are an oppressive arm of the patriarchy. So forget that. It's left Virginia.
And,
provided, I guess. Yeah, provided the Northern Hemisphere. So, shake his hand. Nice mustardy grip. Nice to meet you.
He says, "Well, you took that well. I appreciate you, and
nothing. You know what? Taking sloppy dogs to the face. Old hat for me. Old hat."
He says, "Well, I'll keep that in mind."
Yeah, you keep that in mind.
And as he parts, he kind of wipes his hand on your jacket. And
all right, I'm fine with that.
And
oh, could I have some of that mustard there?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I take the corn dog out and kind of wipe some off of my face and eat it.
It might take the ink off of my forehead. Yeah. Better.
Yeah. All right. Well, the party seems to be going. You spend the next hour or so sort of milling around and checking things out, filling up on hors d'oeuvres and booze. You see, pretty much Wolf has stayed at the bar and is ordering bottle after bottle of tequila, as if they were single bottles of beer.
He's gonna love my present.
Yeah, not gonna drink with him. I mean, tequila. Not even drinking vodka.
Yeah.
Do we see any of our targeted secret Santas?
You do. You do. They have shown up, and they're milling around.
How far into the night is it?
Sorry?
How far into the party is it?
We're definitely well into the beginning of the party. You think that, it's a bit past 10 o'clock. It seems like most of the guests have arrived, and it seems like there's quite a bit of plus ones. You didn't realize that plus ones were involved, and so you kind of show up and. But whatever. It's the Brotherhood, and the booze seems to be flowing quite nicely. You do see Gator across the way, and he's dressed in a Santa Claus hat, and he's got what pretty much appears to be a live gator strung over his shoulder, kind of like Santa's. Gift bag, but he's only holding it by the tail, so the gator is kind of nipping and snapping at other people around him. He certainly has a wide space around him. People aren't coming near him. In another corner, What's that?
I challenge Gator to an arm wrestle.
Oh, yeah! He grabs some something out of his bag, and you see this like silvery tinsel looking stuff, and he basically like wraps the gator's jaw closed with this thing, and tosses him into the cooler bucket full of beer. And he settles up to the bar and he says, "Well, Bubba,
we should have fewer southern characters if this is your southern accent."
What's that?
We should have fewer southern characters if this is your southern accent.
Nothing wrong with me southern accent, no. It's a perfect southern accent. Absolutely.
Southern Irish. South of Ireland.
I actually have some context by why my voice drifts this way, but I'm not going to get into it. I'd rather get into this challenge, which I'm looking up the rules on, which is pretty cool because we get to use some of the new rules of the game. And it would be, aha, page 107, contests. Here we are. All right. So he sidles up and says, what kind of handicap would you like?
Well, I plan on breaking your forearm, so.
All right. We'll try this out. Okay. So it looks like a contest is just opposed results. And it's best 2 out of 3. Yeah. Yeah, so we're looking for 3 victories. And yeah, so let's see here.
So what am I rolling? Am I just an approach discipline?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
oh, that was the worst possible roll. Next two.
That's okay. You
I got a
break
3.
late.
well, I'm fairly certain that Gator has similar dice as you do.
Three, 17, 13.
All right, and I got a 9.
Ooh, the top.
Yay! Come on. All right, so what did you? So you got a 13? Oh, I'm sorry.
3, 17, and then 13.
3, 17, 13. So there's a 9. A 3. And an 11. You beat him.
Woo! Yeah. That's him crying in the background.
Yeah. And he goes off crying like a toddler in the background.
For no reason and unconsolably.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Hit
The
himself in the
alligator
face with
tears.
hammer.
Did he take his gator, or did he use his gator?
I think the gator was spoils of war.
I think,
Oh,
I think you're one Gator richer, which is my favorite 90s band.
That's right. Well, just as that conflict sort of comes to a close, and Ursula wins a healthy arm wrestling contest there, and it was one of those where like Gator just went right into it and sort of caught Ursula by surprise, and she sort of then over the topped. Pulled it over.
Please tell me you drank motor oil while you were doing this. Because if you're going to make an over-the-top reference.
Yeah. And then he beats it back just a little bit more, and then she just pounds it down. And wins, and he's deeply embarrassed. And says, well, you know, Merry Christmas. And just beyond, as that's sort of wrapping up, you hear this odd what sounds like an argument in a small group over, and you see what looks like Morpheus from the Matrix with Cipher goggles on, and you see a Mark III Cipher, female model that didn't really even think that they made those anymore. And you see another standard Mark IV Cipher, and they seem to be just kind of arguing audibly about, like, who seems to be, like, Morpheus is talking about the enlightenment of the Cipher Collective, and that none of this is real, and that, and the Mark III is just like, I live to serve. I live to serve.
Well, I can't think of a better time to deliver my presents, and I requisitioned him a fistful of those sweet, sweet red pills that he shared with me back in New York. And I'm giving him half, so keeping a few for myself for the weekend.
Nice.
So I just head over and pop one into each of their mouths.
These guys
All
are
right,
going to start being just terrible on Reddit now.
Yeah. Those ciphers basically shut down. It seems like their cipher goggles kind of vibrate a little bit, and they sit down sort of cross-legged yoga style, and they seem to be sort of in tune.
That's how I felt about those things too.
And right about then, a boulder comes crashing through, and it starts smashing, like, from one direction. It just, like, drops out of nowhere, and glass goes everywhere.
Yeah, which makes it different than it already was. How?
Because now it's flying.
Okay.
Now it's flying, and
particulate glass goes everywhere. Gotcha.
Yes, absolutely.
That is the worst Secret Santa present ever.
Does it look like this boulder was, like, say, thrown or otherwise propelled?
It has a lot of inertia. It is definitely, like, it's rolling. It's not like it didn't drop from the ceiling. It looks like it was kind of rolling from one direction to another, and it's bouncing off stuff and cascading, and eventually it does come to a stop, but not without everybody needing to defend against a 20 from all of the flying glass.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Andy, the way this works is it's a defense, so it's just like the any other kind of action. You just pick an approach, pick a discipline. You
and
may
hopefully it's stunt.
You can, if you can think about, if you have a stunt that it revolves around defending action. Otherwise, you can also invoke one of your aspects, which costs you a faith die, and presently you have 3 of them.
Okay.
And that will give you a d6 to add to the roll.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to take my survivalist aspect.
That seems appropriate.
And then I'm going to, unfortunately, I don't think forceful is going to work against glass, so I'm going to quickly, which is an 8, use my combat and tactics, which is 10.
Seems fair.
To get the hell out of the way. All right. And that's sucked in. That's pretty terrible. 17.
That's not too bad against a 20. Now, you also do have, and just a reminder for everybody, you do have 3 dice 6 sitting in front of you. These are, of course, the demon dice, the temptation dice. You can use 1, 2, or all 3 of them, and you can use them in succession. But if you do choose to use one, I get to add that to my pool.
Right.
The number in red over there denotes how many demon dice I presently have, which I can use against you or, pretty much use against you.
Okay. So I don't think I'm going to use one of those, but
Okay.
I did. You said I lost a faith die for using an aspect, right?
Correct. Yeah, and that's
So I'm down to 2.
just represented in your devotion. You started out with 3, and now you have 2.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So 18 or no 17. Sorry.
17. Very good. You will take a minor condition, and you can call that whatever you want. Glass cut or.
How about walking on broken glass?
There you
like
go.
A song.
That'll work.
It's Christmas, so I guess like Die Hard. Let's make it like Die Hard.
There you go.
Nice.
The rest of you can let me know your results too as you decide to do this.
All right.
Ouch.
I'm gonna flashily use my social engineering to grab one of the workers that's maybe doing food or something like that, and divert them towards the glass to shield us.
Nice.
Because one of my aspects is workers of the world unite to do my bidding.
Damn it! I was really going to have you justify that, and you totally justified it. Fair enough.
That's 18.
Okay. That worker is dead. But totally did your bidding, so well done. You also take a minor condition, which you may name however you like.
So sorry.
I want to try to dive underneath a table or something.
Yeah, sure.
With my sneaky get out of dodge. And I rolled an 18.
Okay. And did you want to spend any demon dice, or is that
No, I will take the minor condition.
All right. Yeah, you take a minor condition. And Jimmy.
So I planned on having my gator take all the glass shards for me. Instead, he slipped loose and apparently bit me on the ankle because I rolled a 4 and then spent 2 demon dice and brought it up to 8. So I'm going to, because I'm built like a titanium shithouse, I can spend a faith die to soak up physical hits equal to the number on a faith die before marking off a condition. So 3 off of that. So 12 minus 3, taking a 9, I guess.
Ouch. Okay. And
I hope your Secret Santa got you something great.
Yeah, no kidding. And I get 2 demon dice, is that right?
Yes.
All right. And you look across the board, and you look across the room, and you see a number of people with various cuts and bruises. Some people are impaled and dead.
No, Mom said I gotta go. Mom, I'm Daddy.
Yes, honey.
Mommy said I had to go party.
Oh, okay. Well, you can go do that.
go in my bedroom.
Do what you need to do, sweetie. This brief message brought to you by my daughter. It's potty time.
Potty all the time, potty all the time.
All right. Well, yeah, it is. The party has stopped, and everybody is freaked out. You see a number of people sort of picking themselves up off the floor, and eventually you come. Sort of a path is cleared by a janitor whom you recognize, who starts kind of pushing glass away and says, "God damn it! Can't get him! Freaking all right."
Sorry,
And
Whaley.
You see Pork Chop Willie pushing the broom and getting glass out of the way, and you see at the far end of the corner this big boulder that has kind of come to a stop. And it seems like everybody's sort of interested in checking that out. There's a few people that have gone out. Looks like Sigma 7 has opted to go outside and check to see. Basically, they're setting up a defensive perimeter.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is that
What do you guys want to do?
I think we should go check out that boulder.
Indeed.
Okay.
I'm kind
I
of looking
think,
at the trajectory that the boulder entered the building at. Like, did this come from space, or like the next block? Or, I mean, there's not a lot of boulders in downtown cities, you know.
Right.
There are more than you think, I think. Either way, Ursula should bring her hammer.
Yeah, I was thinking of bashing that thing open, see if there's caramel inside or something.
Uh-huh.
The Trojans.
Yes, I do very much like. It's like a giant Fiero Rocher. That's. I ate one of those out of a dumpster once. It was pretty good. Well, I ate half of one. There was a cockroach on it. It was fine. It was fine.
Okay. You approach the boulder. Let's say, Andy, you go first. And the way this initiative happens is I'm going to assign who goes first. So in this case, it's Andy. Once he's done with his action, he will choose who goes after him, and so on.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to approach this with academic flair, which I'm going to use one of my stunts. Because I have the inversely proportional intelligence of a Nobel laureate. If I were smaller, I'd be much smarter. I get a +2 to cleverly overcoming an obstacle. This might not be an obstacle, but in case it is, I'm getting ready. So I examine the boulder for any strange markings, fissures, cracks, anything that looks like it might open up on its own, or any scales, any types of articulation, joints.
Yeah.
Anything that might look like it's a bull wrapped up in a ball, because that would just be a gigantic poetic thing.
Right. Yeah, so this is a great opportunity to use your overcoming advantage stunt. The target is 15.
Okay.
To overcome the kind of knowledge that you are, the sort of barriers in front of you that would provide that kind of information.
Right, so I will take a clever, which is 8. I will take a research and development's, I think, about the only thing I can take there.
Yeah,
that's 4. And then we'll give us +2. I physically can't do this. That would be 14. You said 15?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I changed my mind. and I forcefully beat the shit out of the boulder. So I punch it really hard. Take out that 4. It's 11. It doesn't matter. It's terrible. Okay. So ouch, ow, ow, ow. I look at my hand to see if any patterns have appeared in the tissue.
Well, you take a minor condition.
Okay.
And you have a interesting depression of.
I have an interesting depression. That's true.
Yeah. What looks like grooves that you might find on a rock.
Huh. Interesting. I also take this opportunity to find any hors d'oeuvres that don't have glass in them and pocket those while I'm pondering this.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
Who goes next?
Let's have Sarah go next.
So one of my senses, because I have a photographic memory, I get a +2 when I quickly try to assess threats.
Mm-hmm.
It seems appropriate for that. So I'm going to try to just maybe see if I can determine, like, I don't know, origin, where it's coming from, if it's like a normal rock or whatever. Basically what Andy was trying to do, but without punching it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe punching was the right way to go. We'll see.
I can tell you I don't think it was.
Okay.
I have that knowledge, and I'm going to suggest not punching the boulder.
Not punching it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so if you want to sort of overcome the obstacle, that would be a 15.
Okay. I'm going to try to be clever about it. Oh no, quick. And cat, I need that dice. Oh, son of a bitch. Thank you for helping me. My cat helps. I hope that tie goes to the runner, because I rolled a 13 and then +2. We've got a 15.
Okay.
Is it meet or beat, or is it you have to beat the 15?
Well, in this case, what it does is it allows you to know if you and so what you get to know is that some of the obvious things, just to confirm, is that boulders are not obviously all that common in this part of the town. As far as assessing threats, because I think that's what you were trying to do.
Yes.
It doesn't, like, what you're seeing is the in the sky and that sort of thing. There doesn't seem to be any more boulders coming, which is good. It is possible that there may be, if this was something from, like, maybe it was an asteroid or whatever, that there may be more, like, hail-like stuff coming down, but you don't see any signs of that just yet. What's even more interesting, though, is that it doesn't, as you look a little closer, it looks like it rolled the entire time. Not sort of, it didn't get catapulted, like it sort of, it's got even marks on certain corners and bits on it where it's just sort of rolled through whatever it was doing. And you think it came from this new warehouse door that was installed.
Oh, which is inside the glass museum?
Yeah.
So calls coming from inside the house is what you're telling me?
It was, in fact, so the front door of this museum retracts, and it can actually you can actually drive a vehicle in through that. And apparently, that whole structure is a door to the warehouse that can be used from either side.
Does anyone have eyes on Gabriel, by the way?
Gabriel is nowhere to be seen at the moment.
Alright, well, I would like to convey that information to your teammates. You think it came from the warehouse itself?
Mm-hmm. You get to pick who goes next.
Oh, I do. Let's have Ursula go next.
Okay, so I was gonna break it open, but if it came out of the warehouse, it's probably just out of the boulder aisle. But I never let a thing like common sense stop me, so I'm just gonna try to break it open.
Okay.
To shreds, you say?
All right.
What am I up against?
That's a good question. How the heck do I want to do this? Why don't you just give it your best shot? It is a boulder for all intents and purposes. It's big. It's a big friggin' rock. You're gonna have to hit it hard one way or the other. You think it's probably at least a 15, if not more.
All right. I got a 14. But
Okay.
It's actually more. And 18.
All right.
Jeez. Just sucking up those demon dice.
Yes.
Forceful combat and tactics with Ursula Smash.
All right. Well, you sort of ring your bell, and you do sort of take a chunk out of this thing, and you hit it really, really super hard. It does not crack, but it does not seem 100% solid to you.
All right.
As you hit it. And now I would like to present to you the knowledge that you feel like you are not fully alone, besides the crowd of people that are in this room. You feel like there's a little bit something more potentially here.
All right.
And you feel a little bit responsible for that. Not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna let it bother me.
Yeah. And so that gives you the option of either seeing what they want to do or letting Vlad go.
I'll let the rock go.
Fair enough. Let's see. You moves, though not that many. Okay. All right. You feel something coming at you that you were not aware of at all. That was there before, and you have a chance to defend against this, but only with an approach or a discipline die.
Okay. Me?
Yeah.
All right. 7.
Okay. What happens is you sort of get tripped, and you fall on your ass. You gain a faith die, oddly enough, and a whole lot of confusion as to what the hell just even happened. Because it didn't come from the rock. You just sort of felt almost like a set of hands grabbed you on the shoulder and kicked your legs out from under you. But there's no one around you for that to even have happened.
Okay. I tell everyone this was not me being clumsy. I was approaching.
Likely story.
She pretty much looked like she had a drunken pratfall.
To be fair, I've had a lot of moonshine.
Wait, did you take my gift to Wolf? Because it's a 1 gallon jug of moonshine with a human toe in it. So we won't get into why, but
yeah, sounds good. All right, Vlad, you're up.
Well, I think I'm going to work the room. Obviously, someone in here has got to know something about what's going on. Can I use a clever approach to social engineering to maybe figure out what other people might have figured out?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that as a 10.
Okay. Let's see here. That would be a 9. I kind of think that might use a demon die.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, that's an 11.
All right. Yeah, a couple of eyewitnesses, in fact. Damnedest thing. It literally, like, appeared in the doorway and just rolled right on through like it had been rolling for a little while. And it unfortunately mowed a couple of people over. Yeah, but apart from that...
No one corroborates Ursula's story?
So far, no one has heard or felt or seen anything out of the ordinary throughout the rest of the room. So that is something.
Ursula, you are intoxicated. It's just a rock.
It is a rock that rolled. All right.
Hi, Kat.
Chris says hi.
Hi, Chris. Hi, everybody.
Okay. And from that point, I'm going to go ahead and we're sort of out of initiative at this point with the rock. People are sort of picking themselves up and and the party is sort of re-engineering, sort of re-getting underway, I guess, is a way to say.
Can I determine if the rock is like my people? Is it demonic in nature?
Oh. Yeah, you could try and figure that out.
Okay. I'm going to say probably cleverly, and I'm going to use my fringe aspect.
Yeah. And again, I think you're going to be looking for a 15.
Right.
Well, there's actually degrees of knowledge, so I guess you could technically succeed on a 10.
Alright, well, I rolled a 14, so... I'll use a demon die. Yay! Why not? And then we'll get you on that first. 16.
Okay. There does seem to be something a bit otherworldly about this boulder. However, it is not infernal or demonic in nature whatsoever.
I think it came from the M section, not the B section.
Mm-hmm. And so some of that you're picking up may be residual from going through, trans-dimensional warehouse, that sort of thing. But there's something else a little bit off about it that, your fringe supernatural ability is definitely picking up, there's, you don't know exactly what it is, but you do think that there's something up with this rock. For sure. That is not just a rock.
Alright, Ursula, you may not just be crazy or drunk. There's probably something here. Probably.
Okay.
So, among the plus ones that have attended the party, is there anyone really loud, like a siren or, I don't know, a auctioneer, anything like that?
Those are the two.
Some poor dude who was just trying to raise money for Toys for Tots is going to be pulled into this.
Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
If you create an advantage, there could be one.
All right. Yeah, hello. The girl you were telling me about, the really loud one. Yeah, I need a date to a thing. Yeah.
Okay. So roll create an advantage, difficulty 10.
All right. Because I know a guy, I'm going to flashily create an advantage with social engineering. And let's see here. That is an 11.
All right. You feel confident that you have a date on its way.
All right.
On her way.
Thank you.
Details. Pronouns.
Rock, I don't know what's going on. But we could probably investigate the warehouse.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, you hook up with Captain Nick, who is the chapter leader for Epsilon 1, and he is really pissed off because this was sort of his party and thought this was going to really go well, and who could predict a freaking boulder coming from the warehouse?
Those weathermen are always wrong.
So you sort of chatted over with him, and he says, absolutely, if you want to go in there and check it out, that would be awesome. Let us know what you find. And he opens the door for you.
I'm going to stand to the side.
Guess there's any more boulders?
Just in case. Things come flying out.
So there was this TV show I used to watch. I only got to watch the first 15 minutes because the antenna would always blow out anyway. But they would always split up, and that seemed to work really well for them. So I think we should go to, half of us should go to M for Meteor, and half of us should go to B for Boulder to see if there's anyone screwing around.
Sounds like a great idea.
All right.
All right, well, I'm going to go to M for Meteor.
I am as well.
All right. Well, you enter the warehouse, and of course, one of the things that you know about going into the warehouse is that you can kind of head to wherever you want to go. As he opens the door, immediately you are met by a cold blast of air, which dissipates rather quickly, but you enter the warehouse, and it seems to be cool but not freezing inside. And and so you split up.
Cool.
This seems unwise.
Bouldering we go, bouldering we go.
We just follow the path of destruction that the boulder really left.
That might be a plan.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Thanks.
I didn't know if the floors were made out of adamantium or something, so.
No, but there's gotta be
Crumble, bouldery stuff.
bouldery stuff. Remnants, if you will.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, good idea. So, if you folks want to roll some kind of surveillance-y type of a roll, 10 to identify, where the tracks are, 15 to track it to any sort of distance, and 20 would get you a lot.
Can we assist? I don't know if we can assist in the newer.
By creating advantages.
Yeah, you can create an advantage to that. Whoever is taking a lead can then do that. So you have to describe to me what you're doing to help, and then that will help me determine what your difficulty is.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I go to the flashlight aisle.
Okay.
That was flashlight, right?
Yeah.
Because something's going to help us. Well, both are going to. Well, okay, yeah.
All right. I'd like to cleverly create an advantage with covert ops by shining a flashlight for everyone else to search.
Okay. You don't really even have to take a roll. What that will do is it will just kind of give a boost, so that will be fine.
And I would like to create an advantage by cleverly reverse engineering sort of the motivation someone would have, if there's a motivation involved, to roll a boulder out of the warehouse into a giant glass museum. Well, I think I found the motivation. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I hope it's not me in the future, because I don't know if I could resist. That's
Okay.
So
I don't know what you're going for, so I'm going to say a 10.
well, I'm going for basically. She's looking for trajectory. I'm also looking for trajectory in scratches in a different place to help. So, but it's not going to be my best dice, unfortunately. It's going to be 2 8s. Hey, not bad.
All right.
So,
what sort of knowledge or what sort of thing do you discover that gives her an extra D6?
Providing I actually discover it, it would. I mean, you're going to have to help me out here. But basically, given the scratch marks on the floor and the shape of the boulder as I remember it, and how it was bouncing, I'm able to determine sort of at what. Like how much force it had at this point. Was it whether it was gaining speed or losing speed at this point?
Aha.
So Cletus is like, it was rolling from that way.
Yeah.
But it was gaining speed or losing speed. Yeah. Either way, there's a crushed M&M, and if no one wants it, I'm taking it. Oh, cool, thanks.
Sounds good. Ursula, did you want to do anything?
This is kind of out of my wheelhouse. There's nothing to hit or intimidate, so I think I'll just sit back and watch.
Yeah. All right. All right, Wendy, you've got an extra D6.
That's delightful. Let's see what happens. I'm going to cleverly, I'm going to use my training in covert ops to be able to, like, it's tracking and survival, right? Not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Ooh. That is not a good one. Wait, did I get a boost for the flashlight?
+2.
+2. Still probably not great. Alright, I got a 15. Ooh.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
I'm gonna
do it.
Pull the audience. Should I? Should I use a demon die and try to boost it?
The devil's in the details.
All right, I'll use one. Wait. Can I invoke one of my aspects?
You sure can.
After your roll. Oh.
Not after your roll?
Well, theoretically, if you knew the result, but I haven't now.
No, if the answer's no, then it's no, and it's fine.
Yeah, you're supposed to kind of do it beforehand, I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
I am the fickle DM who changes his mind.
All right. Then demon dice it is. I rolled a 6 on it. Okay, so that's 21.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, well, you determine that it did not originate from the warehouse, that it came from a door directly across the aisle, in fact, of this new door. And yeah, so you go to that door, and you open it,
Do I?
or you don't. Up to you.
Cold boulder storage? What the?
But there is a door there. And
All right. It seems to be. I'm gonna let Ursula.
And there is a label on the door, but it is in a language that you don't recognize.
Does it say bad things?
Boulder Dash.
Ha!
But gee. All right. So it came from this door, guys, right here. I don't know what's in it. Can anybody read this?
Are we cipherless? We have 3 ciphers. They're sitting cross-legged.
Yeah, they're high right now.
Yeah, why'd you get them high?
They're like
Because
involved
I'm a
in the
giving
worst.
person.
They're like involved in the worst LAN party ever.
So being as I'm an academic,
Yes. You should be able to read it.
and I was bitten by a radioactive Nobel laureate, I would like to see if even if I can't read the language, if I can recognize the language.
Ah, yes. That would work.
I'm going to cleverly,
I'll call this a 10.
okay, use my research. That sucks. And I'm going to, because I have an inversely proportional intelligence of a Nobel laureate, I get a +2 to cleverly overcoming obstacles. I'll take my
Glad, shine your light on it.
Oh, yeah.
And does anybody have any assistance?
I don't think I do.
Well, Vlad is used to reading all manner of languages on account of he has the one with the crazy Toys R Us letters in it.
No.
No, you're American, but I mean you know.
Very American. But I have a guy for that.
You have a guy for that? What can he do?
Well, he's good at reading doors.
He's good at reading.
You're a door reading guy.
Yeah, he's my doorman.
Oh, nice.
Maybe you should try to translate first.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything I have that might be.
Well, you're just trying to get a 10.
Yeah, I know, but I'm rolling an 8, a 4, and a 2. All right, here we go. Hey, I got it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, and the 2, it's not a D2. It's you just get a
+2, so I've got 13.
Groovy. Okay. It is Scandinavian. Possibly. It's in the sort of Finnish, Norwegian, Swedish, Iceland.
Guys, I really don't know how to tell you this, but I think this might be a Sisyphusian problem. This is Scandinavian, so we might be dealing with some of those Nords. Do you know a guy who is it runic or is it just Scandinavian?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
It doesn't look like, Tolkien runes or anything.
When I examined the boulder, did it look like it had been rolled really often?
No.
Okay, good. That's better than that. So we need someone with general Scandinavian knowledge to read the door.
I am from North Dakota. I of course know
Same. Exactly. So I'll make some hot dish for this guy when he shows up. But if you can give him a call, I do have a toe and some moonshine. I can probably make something. I mean, I don't see Wolf around, do I? Or is he still at the bar drinking?
Hey, you don't see him.
His glass tequila. Okay. All right, well, that's Scandinavian's what I got. I reach into my pocket, and I pull out a mini quiche that's kind of crushed, and I eat it.
Sounds good.
Because I have critter manners, so it's one of my what is that? That's my trouble. Critter culture. I have the manners of an animal.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
So I guess I'm passing it on to Vlad.
I open the door.
Okay.
All right. You open the door, and some dirt sort of falls in your face, and it's a little bit disorienting because you discover that while you're opening the door this way, whatever's on the other side seems to be... takes you a couple of moments to figure it out. The warehouse is wonky like this sometimes, but it appears to be in the earth or the floor or the ground level. So you sort of reorient yourself, and you climb, you're out, and you discover that it's a trap door that is sort of hidden in the ground, and it's freaking cold right here. Really, really cold, and it is icy, and before you stands an enormous boulder, like massive, something along the lines of 8, like if you could stand 8 people end on end.
So nothing on the door started. It didn't look like a J right at the beginning, like a J type character. All right, Ursula. I'm pretty sure the only thing these people are going to respond to are you, because they don't like people with hammers.
Well, they respect people with hammers.
Well, if it's the Jotun, we'll see what happens. But I'm not speculating at this point. I'm totally speculating it's Jotun.
I'm up for smashing, but based on the last one, I really don't think I'm going to make a dent in this thing.
Does anyone have a raven or a crow? Or anything Odin-esque to carry with us? No? Okay. Some kind of thunder.
Is it blocking our way? Or is it just there?
I think it's just a boulder nearby.
Just an 8 human high boulder. A frosty giant boulder.
Hang on, I've got a pretty good picture. If I can pull it up.
Five minutes later, it's a picture of a rock. Now we know what a rock looks like.
This is a rock.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
8 human high rock. That's
actually might be more than that.
I don't even. Are you actually sharing a photo? Because I don't see anything.
There's nothing.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
So what you see is the big boulder before you. The one, this one over here is not there.
Mm-hmm.
It seems rather familiar. And the trapdoor seems to be in this area.
So, like, we'd have to climb up. Like, if we were to go through the door, we'd, like, be climbing up because it's, like, reorienting.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but you do have to sort of climb up and out of the thing, and you reorient yourself, and you see this giant boulder here. And also, once again, it is super, super cold.
Does it look like there are indents around the giant boulder that look like a bigger trapdoor?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So someone pushed this boulder into the trap door, and it through the warehouse and
Did they
rolled
push it into the trapdoor, or did the trapdoor just open and the boulder was already on top of it?
The trapdoor does look large enough that the boulder obviously fit through. Yeah, that seems to confirm as you kind of look around that it's probable that the boulder, that the door was positioned in just not a real ideal way, place for that boulder. Maybe some calculations were wrong or something, and somebody opened it and there it went.
Sounds like a faulty latch. Just call maintenance and get back to the party.
Yeah.
So they put in a new door to the glass museum. Is this perhaps a new door as well, or has this been here for a while and someone put the boulder on the door recently?
If only you had a cipher.
Or perhaps maybe no one ever comes here and uses this door?
If only we had...
You know,
Alright, well, I'm going to go back and try to ask the High Cipher.
Wait, does anybody have a blue pill on them?
I only got the red ones. This is the warehouse. We can just go grab.
Let's go get a blue pill. Yeah, let's just go grab some blue pills.
Or go get a new cipher.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you, when you open the trapdoor again, you decide to go to the cipher aisle, and you get back in there and fire one up. And says, "I live to serve. How can I help?"
You've got mail. Oh, damn it.
We're having a door issue.
Mm-hmm.
Really a boulder issue.
Picking up 2-door anomalies.
Yeah.
Wait. Two? Like King Henry? Oh, not Tudor anomalies. 2-door. Gotcha. Read a book.
No, we got it.
All right. Well, read a book anyway. That's just good advice.
So is the 2-door anomalies, is one of them the new door that was just put into the glass museum? Or is there another one?
There were 2 doors that were recently installed. And
do we have any paperwork on the non-warehouse door? Like who ordered it?
clarify your question, please.
The non-glass museum door.
The non-glass museum door.
The dirt boulder hole door.
Dirt boulder door. Is there? Did we get an invoice? Or did anybody get an invoice?
It was requisitioned by Chapter Delta 4.
Who runs Chapter Delta 4?
The cipher tells you. I don't have that.
Oh, okay. So I just wondered if it could be a paperwork mix-up. Was this supposed to get installed somewhere else?
Like
maybe the Rock Museum? Maybe there's...
It appears that the exact position may have been installed incorrectly, but the general vicinity was correct. There are very few doors in Iceland, and they needed a new one.
To the Glass Museum?
No, just to Iceland.
The warehouse.
Just to Iceland, okay.
Well, that makes sense.
It appears that there was a spatial anomaly, and apparently when the one door opened, it happened to line up with the other.
Okay. Well, I think that...
let's drag that Cipher back into the glass museum. Have him scan the boulder, because there's something funky about that thing that I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
You're just mad because you fell down.
Shut up. Shut your damn mouth.
I think we should be calling someone and see if we can't get a refund, because this is just shoddy work. You don't install a door below a boulder. I mean, that's door installation 101. So I'm not saying we have to get the whole thing refunded. I'm just like, cover the cost of getting the boulder back, maybe cleaning up some glass, maybe 10% off our next installation. I'm being pragmatic here.
Fair enough. All right. Well, you bring the Cipher back, and it gets within about 10 feet of the boulder, and it stops. And it seems to just sort of freeze where it is.
It is from Iceland, but it's not that cold.
Nah.
Cipher, what's the problem?
And Cipher does not respond.
Is he like short-circuited?
What's the...
I tempted him with one of the sweet, sweet reds.
Oh,
You want a Cipher snack?
In my academic studies, I seem to remember a story of the Volk, which are sprites that live in stones in Iceland. And they do, like, if I remember right, they do cause problems with electrical things.
Can we, like, Control-Alt-Delete the Cipher?
Like, just reboot it?
Yeah, can we just, hello IT, can we just, like, turn it off and back on again?
What about trying to roll the rock back into Iceland?
Up a trap door? Well, we could croquet it. Ursula could probably croquet it. But, she might accidentally hit some of those hors d'oeuvres. And then you'd be in a sticky wicket.
One of the things that you notice as you come back into the room is that about half the people are gone. At first, you didn't really notice as you're heading towards the thing, but you start, as you're kind of futzing with the Cipher, you look around the room, and maybe just some people decided to call it a night. But you're also seeing a lot of looks like people are kind of confused and looking around and looking a little pensive. And some of them are looking at little tiny red elf dolls.
Little tiny red elf dolls.
Like
to kind of go on a shelf?
Mm-hmm. The kind that look like this.
So, Cipher, if we can get the Cipher back from the boulder so it doesn't shut down, can we have him or her scan the ambient airwaves for any transmissions?
Certainly. You could start that.
And we'll pull the Cipher back a little bit, then reboot, because that's very wise. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And it takes about 5 minutes for this thing to cycle through, and finally you get the familiar "I live to serve."
Cipher, can you scan the local area for any unknown transmissions and try to decipher them? Them, I guess.
Certainly. Can you be more specific?
Specifically, we're looking for any transmissions outgoing, especially from potentially those little dolls that people are holding on to or looking at.
The Cipher scans the area there and reports that there are no specific. There are no signals that there are ingoing and outgoing, but they are standard Brotherhood and various other telecom and cell phone stuff, but nothing originating from the dolls themselves. A quick scan of the dolls seem to indicate that they are indeed just dolls.
I grab one out of the hands of the nearest person and rip its head off.
The doll
See if-
or the
see if-
person?
The doll. Its head off. And see if they snap out of it.
Okay. Well, they the people around sort of jump about it, but the person just says, "These things are moving," and you look at one of the dolls that you were. So you watched this, and you looked at one of the dolls off to the left, and it had indeed. It is now in a new position.
I think we should kill them all with fire.
I think we should kill them all with electricity. I don't think we have our electric guy here, though. Damn it.
Are the lights still on the building? There's electricity running through here. We can throw them all in the punch bowl and light their shit up.
Vlad, do you know a guy who speaks Icelandic that can come in and Reykjavik this joint?
Yeah, sure, but he doesn't speak English, so...
Damn it! Does he speak normal American?
Oh, yeah, I mean, American.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the dolls were not here before we left, correct?
Correct. You and you turn back and one of the people that you were just talking to that they had said these things are moving is gone now, and there is a new doll.
Oh my!
It's turning
well.
everybody into Elf on the Shelf.
I tape the head back onto the one that I tore it off of.
Gently sew it back.
I'm pretty sure I put it on facing the right direction.
Oh.
And as you are looking, you have noticed that some of the dolls have indeed changed positions again.
How many dolls are there?
Looking around the room, there are probably 30.
I feel like we should be very good right now. We should maybe sweep up the area, clean up, brush our teeth. I feel like that's what we should do.
While at the same time organizing an orderly evacuation of all non-hunters.
Yes, exactly.
Good
and
plan.
maybe face as many of the dolls at the wall that we can, like move their glance away from the other people. Especially that couple over there that I know they're not married to each other. They're both married. They're not married to each other, and you see what they're doing. I don't think the doll should be seeing that. So I quickly go and I arrange all of the dolls that I can to just stare into the walls.
Okay. That seems to work.
Hopefully we can stop the more making.
Proliferation.
Yeah, I can't. It's at PL, man. I can't do it. PL followed by F? No way. Proliferation. Prolific. Proliferation. There we go.
There it is.
I'm anti-liferation.
So has anything changed about the boulder in our absence?
Other than it looks like Wolf has been trying to move or pick it up, no.
Is Wolf
So I
still
walk
around?
over to Wolf and I pat him on the shoulder and I say, "Here you go, buddy. Why don't you take a break?" And I hand him the 1-gallon jug of moonshine with a human toe in it. This is your Secret Santa gift, buddy.
Ay, Dios míos!
Merry Christmas. That is, by the way, that is straight up. That is straight up lightning. So it's we're talking 192 proof. Enjoy, buddy.
That stuff
Okay.
is like Popeye spinach.
How tall
Whoa.
is the ceiling in here?
How low is the ceiling?
How tall is the ceiling?
Well, now it's a bit taller, being as all the glass had been sort of broken out from above.
And you said that the doorway to the new doorway to the warehouse, that was like a big roll up sort of large door.
It's not a roll up; it sort of lifts up, so it's sort of part of the wall that can come down, and there's a normal doorway, but the whole wall can sort of lift up.
So would you say that it is bigger or smaller than a trebuchet?
Nice.
You could fit a trebuchet in here. The ceiling might not be high enough, but it's close.
But it's glass, so.
Who knows how to aim a trebuchet?
No. I thought Obama said he was getting rid of glass ceilings, so I'm very upset right now. But I remember I have tenure, so I'm good.
Yeah. So we've got a boulder, and it needs to go through that door. And I think I could get a trebuchet in here, but I've never actually operated said trebuchet. Anyone want to take a shot?
As a whittler of wicked weaponry, I've probably got some experience. I could probably fudge it.
All right, it's a plan.
You're gonna fudge a trebuchet?
Okay, I go into the warehouse searching for a trebuchet.
Well, you find one.
It's
All
the
right.
warehouse.
And in fact, it is a compact trebuchet.
A trebuchet.
A trebuchet. Depending on your create an advantage roll, it might come with some other perks as well.
Accessories. Okay.
Nice.
So I think this is probably flashily combat and tactics.
That seems fair.
Okay. And let's see here. I was actually a judge at a trebuchet competition once because my mysterious past is mysterious.
Okay.
So he knows quality when he sees it.
Right. Sounds good.
All right, that's wow, that's 20.
Yeah. Okay. You may name this trebuchet and put 2 dice 6 on it.
Okay.
And it has whatever each dice 6 represents something else that's cool about it.
All right, I think this is the hurler.
All
Because,
right.
you know, when you're 21 and you go to the bar and say, hey, I'm 21, what should I drink? Like, the hurler.
Okay.
True story.
Well, you bring in this trebuchet through the warehouse door. While he's doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
shaking my head that he's bringing a trebuchet through the warehouse door. That's like mind-boggling.
The number of elves has grown and the population of humans has decreased. It seems every time you turn your head, if something happens. And the elves that were turned against the wall are now no longer turned against the wall.
I like Evolve.
Is there a Christmas tree around?
There is a giant Christmas tree.
Can we put all the elves on the tree?
Well, that's just
Back of
fun.
them. Like, just put them all on the tree so that we know where they all are. Just,
Well, they're probably happy there.
yeah. Hand each one a little candy cane.
You
I'm
bet.
distracted.
Okay.
I like things to be festive. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you gather up all the elves and hang them on the tree?
Me too.
Sounds good.
I mean, I'm not pushing the trebuchet. That's not my
Right.
job.
That makes sense.
I like making people happy. So
All right.
do any of the little elves have eye patches, just out of curiosity?
No. Good question, though. But as you're like putting them on, you notice that there are no eye patches on these elves.
Right.
However, just as you were kind of finished and whatnot, you've noticed that some of the elves have appeared around the room again.
Like off the tree?
Yeah.
Can we take an elf count?
Yeah. Count
Let's-
them.
You know what? Why don't we have a cipher keep track of the elves and warn us and tell us if a human disappears and an elf appears?
Is
Okay.
it only humans?
I don't know. Have any of the ciphers disappeared?
They have
The
not.
ciphers. Okay, so the ciphers are still there. Have any of the like non-human
And
entities?
they're high. So they're definitely naughty.
It does pretty much look like the ciphers have, like, they're not high, they are, like, out.
Oh.
And your cipher, let's see, defends, ouch. Yeah, your cipher kind of does an R2-D2 and
Oh.
and suddenly, as you look around the room, you see pretty much only Epsilon 1 left, and they seem to be like in combat mode, dodging and whatnot. And one of them looks like Snape Lipskin has gathered pieces of glass, and he is throwing them randomly across the room.
It seems like a good idea.
And we cannot. He doesn't look like he's throwing them at anything.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
And then he hits something
That we couldn't see?
that you could not see.
So
I
we.
told you. I did not trip.
I still think you're tripping, but that's beside the point.
I have not taken
You
the
start to
records yet.
hear eerie giggles and laughs, very, very faintly.
Can we make out the shape by how the glass hit whatever object it was?
It just looked like it hit something solid in midair.
Oh.
So is the glass still like floating around?
No, it didn't lodge yet. It just bounced off.
Is there blood splatter anywhere?
No, there's not.
But there is giggling.
I aim for the glass and take a swing.
You aim for the glass and take a swing.
There's floating glass running around the room in midair. I aim for the floating glass and swing at it. Because now I have something to aim at.
No, you said that it hit, but it bounced off.
Oh, it bounced off? I thought you said it embedded.
So I guess you could aim it where it was.
I said the exact opposite.
Well, all right.
Yeah, you could aim it where it was.
Well, if they're dodging them, I don't think there's much point in that.
Okay, so maybe this is going to make things a lot more difficult, everyone, and I apologize. But I would like to pull the fire alarm so the sprinklers come on.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Seems
go.
to make sense to me. How
Nice.
cold is it?
It's cold.
Okay.
It's
Christmas.
room temperature inside, but outside it's cold.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, it happens. Let's do this.
Okay.
Pull the fire alarm.
You pull the... Yeah. And everybody starts to get drenched.
You're welcome.
And you do see watery outlines of large humanoid figures. There seem to be about a dozen of them.
It's too many.
And they're broad, sort of broad-chested. They almost like the build of wolf. I mean, they're big. They're not quite as tall. They're maybe 6.5 feet tall, and you can't really tell it as far as like coloring or anything. You just get wet, glistening outline of these things. But they do.
Are they spread out or are they like grouped?
They are spread out,
Okay.
and immediately you can see that. Some of them even look like they are near some of the elves, the little dolls. And they attack because they're like, oh crap.
Do they look like they're carrying anything, or are they just like, you know what I mean? Like, do you see outlines of them like are they holding humanoid shapes in their arms or anything? That have
No, good question. No, they are not holding humanoid shapes. But one is returning. One of these shapes looks like it's coming from the direction of the boulder. And they make a run for each of you and begin to attack. I'm just going to make one roll for to represent what they all do.
Am I back with the trebuchet at this point?
Yeah, you've just shown up. And
You guys got a trebuchet. Whoa, what's all that?
let's see here. They're going to do him and Cookie, and we're going to use
We've got a bunch of people missing, Vlad. I don't know if we should trebuchet that boulder out of here, considering they keep going back and forth to it.
Okay, that looks like a 15.
I don't know any of them, so...
Well, we've got a trebuchet. We should probably use it for something, so...
I can't argue with that. And that boulder is the most trebuchetable thing here.
I don't know, there's probably like a big glass sculpture
Yeah.
that we can trebuchet.
Pretty good.
All right, so each of you are defending against a 15 attack as these creatures seem to rush you through the water.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I know that I am going to forcefully use combat and tactics and my gnashing teeth and claws to defend. And I'm also a clever brawler, so I'm going to go ahead and spend a devotion on that.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so that's pretty good. 22?
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
I'm going to go ahead and...
So Andy, you get a boost on your next roll, which is a +2.
Excellent.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and end with my jacket full of guns.
Okay.
Whoa. That was too many things. Oh, no. That was oh, I get it. Okay.
You broke the game.
You rolled 34 dice. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last 3. So 16.
Okay. You definitely dodge out of the way with your... And
Well, no, I'm
your
trying
guns.
to shoot them as they come at me.
Oh, I see.
Or at least, like, wave guns at them to make them not dive at me.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You don't get it. You don't take any conditions as a result either way. Okay.
I would like to sneakily use the fact that I'm a succubus to teleport to a different part of the room.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
So
good
that I
plan.
am no longer where they are trying to attack. And so I used one of my fifth die, and I got a...
Well, yeah, I guess defense, 15, yeah, I guess if you use your succubus, that'd be a way to do that. Go
Can I
ahead.
not do that? Okay, I got 21.
Oh, well, perfect. Yeah, that'll work then. No problem.
Cool.
So reverse engineering that, I was thinking that if I added 5 to what you needed to get, that's a success with style, and that would allow you to do something extra cool. And so teleporting is something extra cool.
It is.
That would work. And Ursula?
So what am I up against?
15.
Well, that sucked.
Oh no.
Now,
I was planning on vaulting over it with my hammer, but I think I just crotched right in the face. So,
well, you do have an option here, which is that you rolled a 1 on approach or a discipline die, so you could gain a faith die. I would gain a demon die, and you could re-roll that 1.
I don't know that it would make much difference, but what the hell. 9. That's less embarrassing. So yeah, I'm not going to demon die you anymore, so I'll just take the hit.
Fair enough.
So it was a 15?
Yeah, 15 total, so you subtract the difference. Those 2 minor conditions were moderate. And how would you describe taking that? Did you get clobbered? Are you...
I'm pretty sure I vaulted myself, and while I was in the air upside down, they just kind of grabbed my legs and slammed me back down to the ground.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It is Wen's turn.
Oh. All right. Well, since I'm in a different location, I'm hoping to be maybe behind one of them, and I can sneakily, like, shank them.
Okay.
Yeah, this seems reasonable. Balls. I got a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at my unless
okay.
you roll terribly.
Let's go with that. Now I got a 10.
Wah, wah.
Both solid.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna demon die you, so.
So choose who goes next.
Cletus.
All right. So I put my quiche away, and at the
In
top of
your
my
mouth.
lungs, I start singing "Here I Come a Murdering" in the spirit of the holiday,
Mm-hmm.
and I forcefully use my combat and tactics and my feralness to give myself a +2. Plus, I get the other +2 with gnashing teeth and claws. I attack the nearest one as attacky as I can. And in this suit, everything I do is attacky. You know what I'm saying? So I summon my inner possum, lunge forth, and get a. Those are all pluses, by the way. I don't know why it's showing minuses, but so 9, so 13.
Okay.
Possum face.
Yeah. Well, it's going to defend with one of those, and, well, with 2 of those. And, and maybe one of these. Yeah. That would be a 9.
Ah! I'm very rabid. Like, actually, they probably want to get checked after this.
Yeah. Yeah, you tear into it, and it is surprised. You can see it
Yes.
physically like reacts.
I also, as I'm tearing into it, say, "Read my thesis. Give me critical feedback."
Okay.
Because I'm a clever brawler, you see.
Yes, that's right. Okay. You can choose who goes next.
Who's gone so far? Just
Just Wen and you.
okay. Let's have Vlad go next. I want to save the
All
hammer
right.
for last.
All right. I grab a plate of cookies and a glass of milk, and I lay a trap.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, these cookies are so good.
Hey, those cookies are good. Damn it.
Oh, those are so good, man. Well, I hope no one else takes these.
All right. Roll me a create an advantage roll.
Okay, I think I'm going to be using social engineering there.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
And, well, I don't know. Should that be a clever approach or a flashy approach?
You decide.
I feel like on precedent, I'm going to have to roll a resistance check to keep from eating those damn cookies. Because I've been shoving every piece of garbage into my pocket.
All right. That's 14.
Yeah. All right. You have a plate of cookies with a D6 on it
All right.
that you can totally utilize. All right. And I presume you want them to go next?
Yes, actually, yeah.
They
I
went
do.
first, didn't they?
Or
What's
well,
Didn't they go first?
mostly I want Ursula to hit them, but
You want them to be in a group?
yeah. So, yeah.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
I'm asking though, didn't they go first? So they've already gone this round.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so then it's
So it's my turn.
I guess it's Jimmy.
All right. So, I am going to. I'm going to aim up this trebuchet, facing towards the bodies, which are now congregated around the cookie plate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take advantage of the laser targeting on this advanced model. Use up all those D6s.
Mm-hmm.
And use my combat and tactics. A little bit of, well, let's be honest, it's forceful. It's a friggin' trebuchet. And toss my Whittler of Wicked Weaponry in there, too. And roll a bunch of dice. What do I got? 5, 10, 15, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Dealer.
Yeah. You take out, let's say, good lord, that's a lot of them. You take out 5 of them.
All right.
One fell
6? Did you say they were a half dozen or a dozen?
There were a dozen. 1 dozen.
Okay.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, no, like, whew. And one of them you see sort of near the rock, near Wen, seems to be now very interested in those plate of cookies, but a little, like, confused about what happened.
Man, these cookies are worth getting killed over.
killer cookies.
And Christmas music just keeps now playing through the hall, and it is a decking of halls at the moment. And the elves, because now they become visible, and you see that they are large humanoid with black hair, pointy ears, and sort of gray clothing that is soaked. They're all soaked to the bone. Kind of burly looking creatures. And they have these giant happy grins on their faces. Kind of creepy. And they just start dancing and whatnot, those who are left. And then with one last thing, they throw their hands up in the air, and they all sort of bow to the center of the room.
Uh-oh.
And there erupts a giant white horned beast that stands on 2 legs, humanoid, but stands about 12 feet tall. And smells a bit of peppermint.
Ooh.
Wow.
Immediately, one of the Christmas trees in the corner of the room suddenly pistols a appear in its branches and starts raining ammo at this beast in the center of the room. And it recoils.
Tree. Every Christmas party.
And through one of the doorways at this very moment, a regular human-sized yet also horned beast enters through the doorway carrying a large sack, which apparently is moving. And you see this hairy beast as it enters the room, and it looks around, and you recognize him immediately as Krampus. And he looks, oh, shit, elves. This is, and he throws the bag on the ground. He says, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here."
Aw.
And he
Come on,
turns
Krampus.
around, like,
Stick
"Let
around
Santa
and help."
Claus deal with this garbage. And Krampus leaves.
But he leaves his bag?
Yeah.
I want that bag.
That's charming.
It's pretty charming in a weird dupe sort of way.
Meanwhile, Silent Jim steps out of the restroom.
So, the creature in the middle, humanoid, right?
What's that?
The creature in the middle with the horns is humanoid, just extra large.
Yeah, well, humanoid in that it is shaped roughly like a large human, but it's covered in fur, and it's a beast in no other sense of the word. It's got horns, and it's white. It also kind of emits a cold air about it. And,
All right, I was just thinking maybe I would pump up my pheromones to distract it. People
Yeah.
could shoot it with guns. I have no
Okay.
guns. I didn't have a place to put them in this dress.
Yeah.
So, but I am like wet t-shirt contesting it over here. So
True.
Wow.
that's probably helping.
Yeah.
So,
I would say you can even attack with those pheromones.
great. Let's do it.
This ain't no peppermint.
Hi. On the V8 has disappeared again. Okay. And I'm going to use,
Oh, yeah.
did I mention I'm a second base?
I used 3 demon dice, by the way, to bring that creature into this room, so we are down to 5.
Okay. That's good. I got an 18
Yeah.
with my hotness.
Wow. Let's see. It is not expecting that. It's going to defend
Surprise!
with... Wow. But it's... yeah. Damn it. What did we get there?
That is an 8.
Well, you have its attention.
I do.
Indeed. And it emits a different kind of sound. No longer is it sort of ragey and about to berserk. Now it seems curious and guttural.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. All right, everyone.
Yeah,
Uh,
pretty good. It took a moderate condition on that one.
yeah. I'm going to say Ursula. Follow up, please.
All right. I am going to restock the trebuchet. Gonna reset it and climb into the seat.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So
Roll
I
a
don't think
creative
I want
advantage
to
roll.
go. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not going this round, but so use my forceful combat and tactics to reset this guy. 10.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right.
All right. Ursula, I'm on it.
Ursula, you choose who goes next.
Oh yeah, sorry. Vlad.
I would like to fire the Ursula.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think this would probably be flashy combat and tactics.
Yeah, that seems appropriate. You get a D6 because she recharged the trebuchet.
Nice. Ursula, away!
Okay, so it is.
Oh.
It is going to defend with winter anger and and forcefully and well, that's probably enough for now. I'm getting low. Crap.
Well, we both got 7.
Ah,
You can take demon dice.
right.
Oh, I think I rolled the wrong. No, I guess those are 10. Oh yeah, I just rolled really badly. All right.
Okay. Me too. Well, so bad. I guess I didn't roll too bad.
Sorry about the aiming, Ursula.
All right. Well, Ursula hits the creature, but bounces off, and it's not. It was not all that unpleasant. Actually, it was kind of like hitting a minty pillow, but covering a solid surface still. And yeah, so Vlad, who goes next?
All right. Has Cletus gone?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Quick spot check. Is that thing standing under a vent by chance?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna look around and see if I can see the environmental controls for the room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to quickly, using combat and tactics, rush over to those and crank the heat as high as I can.
Okay.
I don't really have anything else to help with this, so bam! 8. Damn it. Honey, I don't know what Honeywell is. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Maybe I do. Let's see how that rolls.
You're able to get over. You see it. It's under a glass or a plastic like cover,
Mm-hmm.
that's locked.
Okay.
And I think you're able to like figure out, oh yeah, I can probably do that, but
What if I demon dice a little bit here?
yeah, you could do that too.
All right, let's do that. Fuck. Well, that's better than that's a 10.
You know, you do have 2 more. You could. If you
I
wanted.
do have 2 more, and I haven't used them yet. All right, let's do one more. There we go. That looks good. 15.
Yeah.
Why is a trebuchet easier to operate than a thermostat?
Have you ever used a thermostat in a public building, man? They are nuts. There's like you got to call the janitor. There's a guy for that. Hey, there's a guy for that.
Now, I will be, in all fairness, I didn't say that he didn't succeed on the previous 10.
Yeah, well,
Kept him going, and he chose to pick up another die, and that helped me a lot, so I appreciate it.
so I crank that thing up as high as it'll go.
Yeah, and you do. It, oddly enough, shuts the sprinklers off. Which, why are those things connected? Who knows? But you are able to crank it up to 105, in fact, and you hear the furnace kick on.
Nice.
Who's and now you have a room condition. And we'll call it moist.
Oh,
It's hot and moist. Wonderful.
Yeah. With a D6 on it that can be utilized.
Okay. Cool. Let me.
So that wasn't a success with style?
Because it was a success with style, yeah.
I'm saying it wasn't a success with style? Because don't you get 2 for a success with style?
Well, that's right. He was using a created advantage roll. So yeah, there are two dice on there.
Okay. Cool.
extra moist.
Super moist.
And Andy, by the way, those 2 demon dice that you just used in front of you,
Yeah.
they have recharged.
Oh. Well. That's good.
Yeah. So for those of you at home that aren't familiar, the demon dice, they always have 3 dice 6 in front of them, and they can use 1, 2, or 3, even in succession, just like that. They don't have to use them all at once. And they automatically recharge after you use them. They're never ending. Okay. And so I assume now everybody's gone, so it's going to go.
Yeah.
Oops.
And it it's gonna pick up Ursula and chuck her at Tree.
Totally normal sentence to say.
What's
Yeah,
that?
seems right to me.
Yeah. And then after it completes that, it's gonna walk towards Wen.
Sure it is.
And you get the sense that he's doing this to impress you.
Oh yeah, very impressive.
Oh. All right. That's not as good as I wanted. Okay. 12, 14. So Ursula, you can defend
Better than
against
I
the
wanted it
14. What?
So it's better than I wanted it to be.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to quickly twist out of this and land on my feet. Fail.
All right.
Was that a 6? And you have 14. All right. God damn it. I'm taking
So
2
you keep
demon
the rest
dice.
in, as a condition.
There's another 6. That's 12. So
Ah.
I'll suck up those last 2.
Okay.
Screw it. There we go. I landed it.
Stuck the landing.
Okay. So is that 2 demon dice just now?
3.
Oh, 3.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and use those then. So you definitely get on your feet, and it reaches over and picks up the trebuchet
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
and slams it down on you.
Oh.
And why do I get to do that? Because I'm spending 3 demon dice. That's why.
Well, I'm going to defend against that forcefully with my combat and tactics by Ursula smashing. I'm just going to stand there and smash the crap out of it with my head. 7, 8, 16 for me.
Nice.
Oh, whoops. There we go. What are we getting? Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. Well, it's still awesome.
The hell?
Yeah, its highest die is a D12. But the trebuchet is not lending as much aid as I was expecting to this roll.
Well, he's trying to look cool, and that's the problem.
Yeah. So, God, what is that? Math.
23.
What is it?
23.
23. Yes, okay. 23.
I have 16. Let's see. One at a time. 16 plus 6.
22.
22. All right. One more. There we go. 26.
This is the same round, so you've only had...
Oh, so if I don't get... Oh, then I have 0 demon dice.
Right.
All right, 16.
Okay. So 23 minus 16, and that is what you take.
7.
And
Ursula's having a rough game right now.
It's a hard day.
It's a really hard day.
and the thing saunters on over to Wen. It is Wen's turn.
Wen is going to pheromone him again. And I'm going to use, unless anyone objects, I'm going to use both moists.
I think that's very appropriate.
Yeah,
Seems appropriate.
it does seem appropriate.
Alright, here we go. It's a lot of dice I get to roll now. Alright. And 23.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. And it going. Boy, I burned a bunch this last round.
Watch me cry for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
10, so 13. Yeah. You guys haven't seen this before, but like Wynn's size changes just a little bit, and she kind of gets a little bit more feral looking, but she's still, succubus, hot, and everything. And tell me what happens, because he's following your lead now. We'll take the lead.
Yeah, I think she goes a little dominatrix. I think she tells him to sit down like a good boy.
Yeah, it does. It does exactly that.
I'm gonna pet his head to keep him distracted.
When you said you needed a pet, like, I didn't think you were really serious.
Is this my secret Santa gift? Who gave it to me? So nice. So nice. I'm gonna have Vlad go next.
Yeah. So are the little guys still around?
So, as in the big guys, because they were, again, 6.5 feet tall or so.
Relatively.
Comparatively.
And they are actually, like, looking at what just happened, sort of dumbfounded.
Yeah.
And,
That's probably not uncommon in the room at the moment.
yeah. And, they're looking a little deflated, to be honest.
Yeah. We think they came from the door to Iceland.
Yeah.
I open the door and gesture for them to go home.
On your way, good sirs.
Persuasively.
Okay. Roll an overcome roll.
All right. Probably a social. Yeah. $11.
Given the stakes of what just happened, they all turn and look at the rock.
Oh. Is the trebuchet still operational?
Actually, yeah, it didn't take hardly any damage in this.
Ursula, I think you better go next.
In that case, I'm gonna reload the boulder into the trebuchet, aim it through the door, through the Iceland door.
Okay.
I'd like to get out of the way.
Can I just fire it, or do I need to like create an advantage?
What the hell? Fire it.
All right.
Gain a faith die for it too, by the way.
Sweet. And immediately use it. Boom. Oh. 10, 9, and 3. So a lot.
22.
Yeah.
22.
We are grown humans. 10, 9, and 3. We need that's like a Stephen Hawking number. That's like at least Avogadro's number of dice.
That's what I'm here for, you guys. Math.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
America sucks at STEM.
When you trebuchet the rock across the room into the warehouse, it bounces a couple of times and hits through the door through Iceland and returns sort of relatively where it was, only slightly off to the left of the warehouse door.
So it doesn't just come right back through. Come back in.
Take 2.
And the ciphers all seem to come back online at the same time at this point. And the people who were missing appear.
Oh.
There's
And
a bunch like in the Christmas tree. Just
yeah.
Ow! I'm glad that we did put a few of them in compromising positions first. Of the elves.
I was
but
decorating.
unfortunately, one of the patrons reappears with its head ripped off.
Was it a +1?
They knew the risks.
We call those acceptable losses.
That's right.
Odds yes, evens no.
Okay, clear.
Yes, it was.
Excellent.
All right. Well, as you kind of reassemble the rest of the evening, you have pieced together what had happened. The rock, of course, was home to the Huldafolk from Iceland, as Cletus had determined, and they were not happy about their new arrangement in a place that they weren't familiar.
Until they were. I mean, I think we were pretty hospitable, or Wen was.
Wiping out half of them was that was a real outreach program there.
Yeah, well, you've identified that you have Wen now has a pet winter troll.
Ooh.
And it seems like she's got him, and he.
His name is Bumble.
Nice. There's some paperwork involved, and shots and neutering and all that stuff, but
That's important.
Well, wait. If she neuters him, will he no longer follow her though?
Good question.
Be careful there.
He is a troll. Can you neuter them?
Yeah. And if he sprays, it probably smells like gingerbread. So
yeah, it smells like peppermint. So
well, he smells like peppermint. You don't know what he hasn't marked any of his territory yet.
Maybe all he was doing when he got here.
Moist wasn't from the fire.
You did nothing with that. That was all him.
That's why we got 2 D6s for that.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go turn the heat back down to a normal level really quickly. By the way, because otherwise this party's gonna get uncomfortable and pretty stanky soon. So.
Right.
Especially with that headless body decomposing.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Oh man!
When no one's looking, I just kind of tow it underneath the table. Just kind of give it a shove.
Just
you
guys
like a tree skirt over it, just like
one of those elves ripped this guy's head right off.
Whoa!
Weird.
Super messed up, guys.
That rock hit him right in the face when he came in. I saw it.
Unfortunately, as I spend the rest of my demon dice for the session to wrap this up, Ursula is detained. And she has been reprimanded, potentially imprisoned, for murder, for definitely a kind of
Elf slaughter?
Elf slaughter. Well, more like human slaughter.
Yeah.
And though a common mistake and something that could have been understandable, attacking the tiny little elves, not having the, she is a demon hunter, not having the full picture, and having a history of not having a full picture.
I am unburdened by intellect.
It's true. She is, we'll just put it nicely and call it demoted in some way. But, so for now, Ursula is taken away by Brotherhood agents. And your...
Not the first time, won't be the last.
And we party the night away.
And you
I'm gonna put the pheromones away.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of clamp down on those suckers.
The cipher that you had borrowed asks if it can go back to its aisle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not technically supposed to be on duty.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, bro.
Have fun in there.
Now, it turns around and goes back, and just as the warehouse door is about to close, a van rolls in, driven by Bullock, through the warehouse and into this room, pokes his head out and says, "Hey guys, look what I found."
What, you find that down by the river?
No, it was in the cipher aisle. It was the only one.
Nice. That's pretty sweet. I like the mud flaps. I think my aunt was run over by a van like that.
And the van talks.
Okay, she wasn't run over by a van like that at all. It's okay. They made a nice stew. It's fine. It's just, you guys wouldn't understand. It's a possum thing.
Yeah. And we will introduce this at the next session. We'll move on from that.
You guys, I'm gonna be a van.
It's like that cartoon Turbo Teen, only it's not tragic and unsettling.
Yeah.
It might be.
So, now, next session would typically be, in this case, January 4th, which would be Monday, first Monday of January. Being that that's kind of right in the thick of holiday season or right at the end of it, I'm probably less inclined to run that. If someone, you find a DM who wants to run that session, that might be something, or I'm probably more inclined to go ahead and skip January and resume in February.
Sounds like
So,
a plan.
Cool.
yeah. So I think that's, stay tuned, watch the Facebooks and the G+, but if a DM steps forward and wants to run in January, we'll figure it out, but at this point I think we'll assume that we are reconvening the first Monday in February, and so happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And holidays and such.
Cheers.
Bye, everybody.